Hello, welcome to another video. So this is gonna be like an unscripted and unedited video because I don't have access to any editing software at the moment. So if it's really bad, don't flame me in the comments. I'm like out of that type of content. Anyway, so today I'm gonna be explaining, I'm gonna be explaining like why some gaming mice are just like inferior in every way to others. That was a joke, but let me explain what I mean. So like there's two types of clicking, well, three types if you include butterfly clicking, but we're not talking about butterfly clicking today. So there's like two types: people jitter click and they click faster. So there's jitter clicking, which is where you use your like entire forearm to click, like and your wrist too. So you have to. It really works with any grip style. You just have to like tense up your arm and just focus all of your vibrations on the click. So this works. You can do it with like this part. That's what Armagood does. If you're a psycho, you can do it like that. I mean, you can just go down. You can click upside down. Anyway, so there's another like way of clicking, and that's normal clicking fast. So what that is basically you're only using your fingers to click, right? So you're not using your wrist, you're not using your forearm, you're using your fingers, and you have to get like a very specific type of grip for that, right? So you have to kind of do like a sort of aggressive palm grip. That's like the best way you can do it. And you can just go down and you can aim like decently well with this. And on a mouse like the Logitech G502, which is what I have here, it's really easy. You know why? Because the clicks are almost flat here. And what makes them better is that even though they're not completely flat, it's in a good way, because the click button here, it kind of flares out. I don't know how well the camera can pick this up, but it kind of flares out. It's like concave almost, and it just feels like a more easy place to rest your finger, if that makes any sense, right? Like it kind of feels like it's holding it instead of just placing your finger somewhere like a surface, like this. Now I'm going to show you two exhibits, two mice, and just like, so I guess three mice including this. So this is like the best example, right? This is like, again, almost flat, but in a good way, because it's flared out, right? It's not convex, it's concave. It's flared out like this. So another example I have is the Razer Death Adder. Now, and also another thing I forgot to mention is it's also flat like this way. Like it's not only flat as in it doesn't like, it's not a bump, but it's also relatively flat as in it doesn't fucking go down. It doesn't slope. So it's easier for your just fit your grip style, right? Because like you cannot click while your finger is on a slope, because then your fingers just go get dragged down. That's not how it works. Got a fucking brain. So this is the Razer Death Adder. It's decent mouse. Anyway, so again, it slopes down a bit more than Z502, but really it's not a big deal, because like once you get to this part, it kind of like slows down. So I mean, it's still more noticeable than G502, but it's better. So as you can see here, you can also like normal click like pretty well, and I can click faster on this, right? Like this is like, and on the Death Adder, it's, so I can still click faster on the G502, but this is a good example of a mouse like a normal click, right? As you can see here, it's flaring out a lot more than the G502. This is just the more intense G502 in terms of like sloping and such. But it's fine, honestly. That's fine in my opinion. I mean, some people might not like it, but my thumbs aren't like the biggest, so I don't have problems with like it being too big to fit on the place where you're supposed to fit it. It's fine. Like it's a good mouse. I mean, it just in general it's a good mouse, but for normal clicking, I mean, you can use it just fine, and you can also like jitter click with it, but we'll get onto that. So let me show you what I mean by a bad gaming mouse for that type of stuff. This is a glorious model D. I mean, you can just first of all, I don't know how well you can hear it, but it's fucking creaking. Like the build quality on this is just horrible. Another complaint I have is the holes here, because I know which genius came up with this, but like your hand is rubbing up against holes. It's causing a lot more friction than just if it was smooth, like the Death Adder G502. But again, anyway, I'm getting off topic. Yes, so the clicks here, I have way too many complaints about this. So first of all, this, what the fuck, glorious for? Can you hold on? Look at this. Look at how much like pre-travel is on there, right? It's like a whole. You can fit like 2 bus lanes in between the click and how much you have to click to like actually get to actuate. That's so fucking stupid, bro. Why? Like, got the G502. Ah, nice. See, almost nothing. And look at glorious, fucking disgusting, ugly fucking mouth. Another complaint I have, which is not like, it doesn't have to do with normal clicking, but clicking in general. Look at the button here. You can't see that well because of the way my camera is, but look at the button here, right? It's shorter on the on the top, and it slowly just gets bigger. That's fucking stupid. When you're butterfly clicking, you're like, this is the I can't. This is the bigger part of your. This is the bigger part of your hand. This the smaller part of your hand. So you'd expect it to like do the opposite, but no. For some reason, some genius, some designing expert, I like, just decided it was a good idea, because glory, like, okay, listen, if it was like a Logitech or a Razer mouse, where like esports pros use them to play CS:GO, Valorant, and whatever else you play, like I wouldn't critique it, but like Glorious's whole thing is that small kids can butterfly click like 30 CPS on them with their mice, which also they cannot for a while, for a long time, because like after a couple of months you'll just the mouse will just break. Sometimes the switches don't actuate like this, so it's double clicks all of the time. This is when I'm clicking it normal, even with 20 ms this debounce time, it doesn't do shit. It's like, why? Anyway, let me get into like why this is so shit for normal clicking, right? So you see here, the mouse is the buttons here, first of all, is incredibly, like, it's so steep. Like, you have to like hold it like this if you want to, and you still cannot just normal click with it because the switches are dog shit. Like, why who came up with this? Okay, and then the worst thing here is that yes, the mouse switches are like that, but also they're convex. Like it has a bump. If it flared, because it looks like it flared, right? No, there's a bump. Then I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a fucking bump here, so you just can't like comfortably rest your finger on here. Like, well, and it's also like way too fucking high. Like the bump here is way too high. Like comfortably, you have to literally grip it like a caveman, man. You have to do this, and unless your name is like fucking Stimpy PvP or whoever else does a virgin 2000 fucking CPS with normal click, you can't aim like this. Like how? I mean, you can like full on go like jitter clicking, but again, like you just cannot aim with jitter clicking that well. Like, what the fuck? The thing is, right? Like the right to switch, it's not bad. I mean, it's not like good, but it's like you can work with this. I am clicking on it because again, it's like it's concave and it flares, and it's like not. It's actually like it slopes less than it looks like. But what the fuck? And it's obviously because they're trying to like imitate Logitech with this, right? Like you see here, and I don't know what like magic Logitech has done. Maybe because their switch, their buttons don't fucking slope out and down. but for some reason, like this switch here that does not emulate this because you can see, like, even in how human hands are, like the human anatomy, this finger is bigger than this, right? So it should make sense. This shape should make sense, but it just doesn't. And I don't know what to tell you if you think this shape is good. It just isn't. I'm sorry. This shape, just like, you are severely mistaken. It's like, in general, if you think this mouse is good, just, I don't know. You should consider other options, really. Anyways, that's all from me. That's all from lazy guy talking about insignificant gaming mice. I'll see you in the next video at some point. Goodbye.